Welcome back to Avenue Cyber. This is day 15, web attack forensics. Let's go ahead and open up, see what we got going on today. We're going to start our machine in attack box. So TBFC's drone scheduler web UI is getting strange. Long HTTP requests containing base64 chunks. Splunk raises an alert. Apache spawned an unusual process. On some endpoints, these requests can cause the web server to execute shell code, which is obfuscated and hidden within the base64 payloads. For this room, your job as a blue teamer is to triage the incident, identify compromised hosts, extract and decode the payloads, and determine the scope. You'll use Splunk to pivot between web, Apache logs, and host-level system telemetry. Follow the investigation steps below. Each corresponds to a Splunk query and investigation goal. Learning objectives for today are going to be detect and analyze malicious web activity through Apache access and error logs, investigate OS-level attacker actions using sysadmin data, identify and decode suspicious obfuscated attacker payloads, and reconstruct the full attack chain using Splunk for blue team investigation. Logging in a Splunk after you started the attack box in the machine. Allow the system around 3 minutes to fully boot, then use Firefox on the attack box. So our username is going to be blue, password is going to be pass1234. Okay, after successfully logging in, you'll be taken to the search page. Make sure to adjust the Splunk time range to include the time of the events. If the default range is too narrow, you may see some no results found. A blue teamer would explore various attack angles via Splunk. In this task, we will follow elflog McBlue, who uses Splunk magic to unravel the attack path. So, detecting suspicious web commands. In the first step, let's search for HTTP requests that might show malicious activity. The query below searches web access for any HTTP request that includes signs of command execution attempts, such as command line, PowerShell, or invoke expression. This query helps identify possible command injection attacks where the evil attacker tries to execute system commands through a vulnerable CGI script, which in this case is going to be hello.bat. So we're going to search this query. Okay, so we do see some requests here. We can see hello bat has been executed 4 different times. At this step, we are primarily interested in base64 encoded strings, which may reveal various types of activities. Once you spot encoded PowerShell commands, decode them using base64.org or your favorite base64 decoder to understand what the attacker was trying to do. Based on the results received, let's copy the encoded PowerShell string and paste it onto the site, upper field, then click on decode. I'm gonna paste that here, and then we're gonna decode. Okay, so after we decode it, we can see here that there are special characters, but it does say this is now mine, and then there's an evil laugh. So let's see if that's actually a question. No, it's not. Okay, so let's go back up. All right, looking for server-side errors or command execution in Apache error logs. In this stage, we will focus on inspecting web server error logs, as this would help us uncover any malicious activity. We will use the following search query. So let's go back, copy this. And we can see 3 results here. If a request like this triggers a 500 internal server error, it often means an attacker's input was processed by the server but failed during execution, a key sign of exploitation attempts. Checking these results help confirm whether the attack reached the backend or remained blocked at the web layer. Trace suspicious process creation from Apache. Let's explore sysadmin for other malicious executable files that the web server might have spawned. We will do that by using the following Splunk query. Let's go ahead and copy this one. So as we can see, there's a lot of different results for this one. This query focuses on process relationships. So select view table on the drop-down menu above the event display field. So let's go ahead and view this as a table. I have to zoom out a little bit more. It's a little hard to see, but we'll have to work with it. Typically, Apache should only spawn worker threads, not system processes like command line or PowerShell. If results show processes such as these two, it indicates a successful command injection where Apache executed a system command. The finding above is one of the strongest indicators that the web attack penetrated the operating system. So confirm attacker enumeration activity. In this step, we aim to discover what specific programs we found from the previous queries do. Let's use the following query. This query looks for command execution logs where a command line ran the who am I command. Attackers often use who am I immediately after gaining code execution to determine which user account their malicious process is running as. Finding these events confirm the attacker's post-exploitation reconnaissance, showing that the injected command was executed on the host. And I think this may actually be a question. This is really hard to read, so I'm going to zoom in. Let's see, whoami.exe. Okay, so the next question is going to be, what executable did the attacker attempt? Okay, so now that we've answered that first question, identify base64 encoded PowerShell payloads. In this final step, we will work to find all successfully encoded commands. To search for the encoded strings, we can use the following Splunk query. So we're going to copy this last search. And it's showing no results actually. So this query detects PowerShell commands containing encoded command or base64 text, a common technique attackers use to hide their real commands. If your defenses are correctly configured, this query should return no results, meaning the encoded payload never ran. If results appear, you can decode it to inspect the attacker's true intent. Okay, so what executable did the attacker attempt to run through command injection? So for this, we're actually going to need to go back up. And they try to run PowerShell with that, so. And we are done. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you tomorrow for the next room.